Yeah, good morning everyone. Welcome to Mohan's Teaching Corner. Today we are going to discuss about the pragmatism, which is the foundation of education, okay, which is useful for your deputy DV examination and diet lectures and other competitive examination. Okay, please do subscribe and share with your friends. So let us see what is meant by pragmatism. So the pragmatism, the word derived from the pragma. Okay, this is the Greek word. The meaning is pragma means action or practice. It started in America during the late 19th century as a reaction against idealism and naturalism. We already discussed about the what is idealism and naturalism. You can check in the previous videos. So the pragmatism mainly focus on practicality and utility rather than abstracting theory. So here William James says that truth is what works in practice. So what are the key features of pragmatism? One is utility, second one is the flexibility, then here comes as just wait. So utility, flexibility, experimentation, action oriented. So utility means values ideas based on then practical consequences rather than abstract principles. So they are against the abstract principle. So they are totally on the basis of practicality and flexibility. So pragmatism adapt to change the circumstance. So according to the circumstances, according to the situation, one has to change, one methods of teaching has to be changed, one lifestyle has to change according to the time. So the flexibility should be there, and it rejects the rigid doctrine and fixed truth. Then about the experimentation, so emphasis on scientific method, testing and verification through experiences. So other one is action oriented. It believes that learning by doing. So in the examination they may ask, so learning by doing is a which theory? It is related to the pragmatism. So the theory must translate into the practice. So key features are utility, flexibility and experimentation, action oriented. Then main contributor to the pragmatism. Who is contributor for the pragmatism? One is Charles Sanders Peirce, so 1839 to 1914. Then William James, 1842 1910, and John Dewey, 1859 to 1952. So the Charles Sanders Peirce founded the pragmatism as a philosophical movement. So he's developed the theory of inquiry and meaning. Then it comes to the second one, William James. He is a popularized pragmatist, okay, focused on pragmatic theory of truth and education psychology. So John Dewey, so applied the pragmatism to education, developed the experimental learning and progressive education. So even other notable contributor for this pragmatism is John Locke and William Kilpatrick. Okay, so metaphysics in pragmatism. What is the key features in or metaphysical beliefs? So reality is ever changing and constant as a flux. So everything is constant, the changing is a permanent. So ever changing is the reality. So no absolute truth exists. So truth cannot be same every time. The truth has to change according to the time, place and circumstances. So the universe is pluralistic rather than monastic. Then world is malleable, can be shaped by the human experience. So nature is viewed as a instrument for human progress. So the universe is not ready to made, but it is still making. So John Dewey says that this you have to remember. The universe is not ready made, but it is still in the making. So as the river changes as per the situation, as per the place, as per the convenience. So life is also compared with the river. This is the metaphysics pragmatism. Then epistemology in pragmatism. So knowledge comes through the experience. So knowledge gained through the interaction with the environment, interaction with the nature. Okay. Then experimentation as a verification. So ideas must be tested through scientific methods and validate their worth. So everything is going to be practical experience like that. So problem solving approach. Knowledge is acquisition began with the problem that need to be a practical solution. So for pragmatists, knowledge is not a passive reception of facts, but is a active construction through experience and reflection. So they never believes in like theoretical thing. Everything is practical and through experience. Then axiology in pragmatism. So values according to the pragmatism, values are dynamic and evolving, not fixed and eternal. So whatever the values are there in the system, it is always changing, it is always evolving. So worth of anything determined by the practical consequences. So it is always says about the practicality. Social utility and human welfare primary consideration, whatever may be the society and its utilization and welfare of the human beings. Then values must be tested through experience, modified accordingly. So one has to do through experiment, one has to experience practically self. So moral principles should be flexible and to adapt the changing situation. So the moral values also changes according to the situation, according to the time. So the flexibility. Here the axiology is the dynamic and evolving, practical consequences, then tested through experience and flexibility. So I request you to subscribe and share with your friends so that it is very useful and for you to succeed in your APT DO examination. Then what is the principles of pragmatism? Focus on facts, pluralism, continuity of experience, individual differences. What is focus on experience? Emphasis on concrete facts and experience rather than abstract theories. So they are not believing on the abstract theories like idealism or naturalism. Totally they are believed in the concrete facts and experience. So pluralism. So actions of multiple perspectives, then diverse approach to the problem. The problem, every problem has a solution, then there is a multiple solution for the same. Continuity of experience. So learning builds upon previous experience is ongoing process. So it's a continuity. So individual difference, recognizing the unique needs and abilities and learning styles of each person. So every student is unique. Everybody has a different needs, different abilities and different learning styles. So according to that, the teacher has to make the arrangement. So principality is the principles of pragmatism. Then what is the aims of education in pragmatism? Primary aims here, social skills. So one has to, through education, one has to be socialized. Okay, so that they are going to learn about the democratic values. Then flexibility. So one has to make flexible as per the change. Cultivate the growth mindset for continuous learning. So it inculcates the growth mindset, not the negative mindset. So building the problem solving abilities for real life situations. So problem solving abilities also they prepare student for the uncertain future with the practical skills. So student can survive in any ways through so unexpected things which will going to be happen in the future. For them students get ready. Then encourage creative thinking. So the pragmatist education is encouraging the creative thinking. Then what is the curriculum in pragmatism? It is very essential. Then it is activity based, utility driven, child center. So the curriculum organized around the activities and projects rather than subjects. So it is activities and project rather than subject. So emphasizing learning experience over content memorization, integrated multiple discipline and realistic context. So utility driven, subject selected based on the practical values to the students' lives. The subject should be a practical only, like science, mathematics, vocational skills, social studies, practice. So content must have the real world experience. So a real life practical experience, like child. So the pragmatism, the method is the child centered education. So curriculum should be designed according to the student interest, needs and experience. So flexible and evaluating based on the students response, according to the students response, according to the students needs, the curriculum has to be changed. So considering the development readiness and individual difference, one has to consider the individual differences and development readiness. So this is about the curriculum, activities based, utility driven and child centered. Then what is the teaching methods in pragmatism? So one is learning by doing. Okay, that means hands-on activities and experimental learning that connect the theory with the practice. It has to connect the our teaching method should be connect with theory with the practice. Heuristic method. So self-discovery approach, whether the student find the solution through their own investigation. So it is a totally practicality. Then project method. So complex tasks are integrated multiple skills and skills to solve real world problems. So then inductive approach. So it is from the specific to general. So that goes about the inductive approach. So methods are learning by doing, heuristic method, project method, then inductive approach. Then what is the role of the teacher in pragmatism? So teacher is a guide and facilitator. So he is not a not only transmitter of the knowledge, he is a facilitator, not detector. Then create solving environment. So the teacher has to stimulate thinking of the students, serving as a motivator. So one has to encourage the student, not discourage, and let them ask the questions and explore the things. So arrange the learning experience rather than just delivering content. Not only giving the lecture, but let them have the learning experience of the students. Then adopt the teaching strategy based on student response. So in what way the students can feel good and understand better, that strategy the teacher has to follow. So models, democratic values and collaborative approach. So one has to be more collaborative among the students and with the teachers, and let them express their views and questions in democratic ways, so that the models has to be a democratic values. So role of the students in pragmatism. So the student, it is a teacher student center. The student should be an active participant in the classroom. So the student has to participate energetically in the learning process rather than passively receiving information. So experimenter, the tests and ideas through practical application, learns from the both success and failure. The student can learn through experiment, whether it is through a success or failure, the outcome will be the learning. Explorer, so he is going to be interact with the environment to discover the relationship with the solve authentic problems. Then, so what is the discipline and school structure? So the pragmatist says that the school is a miniature. Okay, it is self-discipline emphasized over the external control. So one has to be self-discipline. The school function as a mini society or community. So the child is going to be interact with the other people. Okay, it is like community. Classroom management based on democratic principles. So it is not the autocratic, but it is a democratic principle. So rules developed by cooperatively with the students' input. So when the rules are made, so we have to take the consideration of the students' opinion. Discipline viewed as a social adjustment, not punishment. So adjustment should be there. School structure promotes the collaboration and interaction. So the discipline and school structure, the school is a mini society, that you have to remember. Then conclusion, let us see. It is experience based and it is the dynamic and adaptable, problem solving oriented, socially related education, future ready preparedness. So pragmatism promotes the education system that prepares the students for real life challenges through practical experience and problem solving approaches. So it remains a highly influential in modern education practice. Do subscribe to Mohan's Teaching Corner so that you are going to get the full information for your coming examination, so that you can succeed also in your coming DPTDV examination. So let us see some of the MCQs. Okay, so in pragmatism, who is considered as the father of pragmatism? So A. William James, B. John Dewey, C. Charles Sanders Peirce, D. Kilpatrick. The answer is Charles Sanders Peirce. He is considered as the father of pragmatism. The answer C. Then what does pragma means in Greek? We already discussed. A. Knowledge, B. Truth, C. Action, D. Experience. So the answer is action. The word pragma means in Greek action. Then pragmatism emphasizes which of the following? Permanent nature, metaphysical reality, practical utility, divine intervention. So it is about the practical utility. The answer C. Then which educational aim emphasizes the pragmatism? Rote learning, social adaptation, spiritual awakening, historical knowledge. The answer is social adaptability. We already learned this. Then according to the pragmatism, knowledge is absolute, innate, fixed, provisional. It is a provisional. Then which method is promoted? Pragmatic education. Lecturing method, project method, dictation, choral reading. So the answer is project method, which is emphasized by the pragmatic education. Then pragmatist believes values are eternal, divinely ordered, static, dynamic. So the values are dynamic. We already discussed the option D. Then the role of the teacher is pragmatism is authoritarian, controller, guide, observer. The answer is guide. So the curriculum in pragmatism should be a textbook based, fixed, activity based, theoretical, or the answer is the curriculum should be in activity based. Then which thinker is associated with the project method? Kilpatrick, Aristotle, Rousseau, Plato. So the answer is Kilpatrick. So pragmatism views the school as a dash. A. Religious center, mini society, place of worship, knowledge and storehouse. The answer is mini society. Then pragmatist believes truth is unchanging, relative, given by God, fixed forever. So the truth is always changing, that means relative. So according to Dewey, education is preparation for life, spiritual journey, life itself unnecessary. So the education itself, as per the John Dewey, is the life itself. So the method of inquiry, pragmatist promotes faith, dogma, experimentation, tradition. The answer is experimentation. So the pragmatism opposes the experiences, practical skills, rote memorization, activities. So the answer is rote memorization. It opposes the rote memorization. So thank you for watching Mohan's Teaching Corner. Do subscribe and share with your friends, and so that it is encouraged for me. All the best for your coming examination. Do subscribe and join my Telegram channel also and WhatsApp group also. I am going to provide same in this material can be provided through WhatsApp group or through our Telegram channel. Thank you. All the best for your coming examination.